Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Beating the Press podcast. I am your host, Rafa. Now, coming up in this evening's podcast, it is Manchester United that is on the menu. Big win over Man City. And of course, Burnley holding Liverpool to a surprise draw as well. Now, joining me this evening to discuss these matches and to review the EPL action over the weekend, we have returning to the podcast, Christoph.
Good to be back, viewers.
Christoph, it is Manchester United that is the talk of the town. Michael Carrick, first game in charge, Christoph, and it was a memorable one. Manchester United running away 2-0 winners over neighbors Man City. Shock for me. How was it for you?
Um, Obviously the result was shocking, right? But when you watch the game, you see where uh while obviously City dominated possession, they were outplayed by Manchester United and by Michael Carrick by the tactics that he employed in this game, and it completely neutralized City's attack. Brilliant. Uh, what they call it, a masterclass in tactics by Michael Carrick.
This is the version of Manchester United, Christoph, that I have not seen since Sir Alex was in charge of Manchester United. In all honesty, this is the Manchester United of all. Can they sustain this sort of play is the question. I mean, it came out of left field for me to see the way they approached the game, played the game, and got the result over Man City. I mean, this was shocking to say the least, in all honesty, in terms of these same set of players who were performing as they were under Amarin. Now with a change of coach, is almost we see these players totally elevate their game to the next level and playing like the Manchester United of all that we're used to. Attractive attacking football. Was this what you expected leading into this game, or did the tactics and play from Manchester United in and of itself surprise you though?
Um, so going into this game, I said Manchester United, for whatever reason, has been capitulating to Man City every single
Correct.
season, regardless.
Correct.
Um, Watching the game, the tactics, the way they played, I said this looks very Sir Alex. Watching this game, the tactics employed, I thought were really, really brilliant from Michael Carrick. He staggered his press in such a way to force Man City to play the ball to one specific player. That was what Max Ayling, I think it was, and he looked very uncomfortable on the ball and was going long. Could not. I mean, obviously, Man City could not win those long balls forward. We see where Pep kind of spent all of the first half trying to shift the team around to see if he could kind of beat what Man City what United was doing, and ultimately it didn't work. United got the goals on the counter attack, and the one 2-0 could have easily been 4-0 in this
Yeah, for
game.
sure. Manchester United created six big chances, Christoph, to Man City zero. Six big chances to zero from City. And I mean, if it was not for the goalkeeper, Donnarumma, who pulled out two or three top
Several big
draw
saves,
saves,
several big saves.
it could have been far worse, to be honest. This is the first time I saw Pep running out of ideas, Christoph.
Uh,
His
that
tactics
is
was just not getting across to the players on the day, in
no,
all honesty.
he got his tactics across to the players. Michael Carrick and Manchester United were just better. And
Ah,
I know City fans will probably say, City have a lot of injuries or suspension or whatever, blah blah blah. It is irrelevant. You cannot spend half a billion on your squad. Not on your squad. You spend half a billion this season. So the summer transfer and the January transfer window together, you spend half a billion. You can't complain about squad size. You can't
mm.
complain about injuries.
For sure, for sure. But I mean, this Manchester United team, their performance has certainly been elevated by Michael Carrick, Christoph. I mean, the likes of a Bruno Fernandes. He was arguably the best player on the pitch. And then, of course, up front, we had some interesting selections as well. No Cunha. One would have expected Cunha to start. Cunha was on the bench. Possibly another tactic where a quality player is coming on, Christoph, to supplement the attack in the second half when he
Um,
can run against tired legs.
yeah, a quality player, but also a fast player. And given United play on the counter attack, it adds up,
Ah, indeed, indeed. I mean, we had discussions regarding the midfield as well, and so said, so done. It was Kobe Mainoo paired with Casemiro, with Bruno Fernandes playing that attacking role, a role which probably is his best position, Christoph, a role which Amarin sought to change for him in the Amarin system, in all honesty. But this seemed to be his main role, and Michael Carrick, who was a quality midfielder for Manchester United in his heyday as well, might be the perfect coach to unlock the likes of Meno, Bruno, and Casemiro in that midfield trio. So, interesting times ahead. But the question I have for you, Christoph, can this performance be sustained going forward? Or is it a one-off new coach bounce versus big Manchester derby type situation? Or can this be sustained? What's your feeling on that?
it's only been one game. We can't say for certain, but if Michael Carrick is the tactical genius that we saw on display on Saturday, then it could continue. But hard to say.
Well,
It's only one game. It's only
next
one
up
game.
is Arsenal, though, Christoph. Next up is Arsenal
Right.
on
And
the Manchester United hit list.
that will be a big game for both teams. Arsenal lose, then they drop their lead to 4 points. Uh
Potentially, if City win, that
Potentially,
is.
if City win, right? If Arsenal win, they obviously maintain their lead. It at this moment in time, it sort of feels like a potential draw to me. But
Well,
you
probably too
never
early
know.
to call, Christoph.
Yeah,
Save the
too too
prediction for Thursday
too
when
too
we
early
will
to call.
preview that game
Too
for
early to
sure.
call. But I was very surprised, very impressed by Manchester United and by Michael Carrick. Um, I said to myself, Pep must be out of ideas when I see him subbing off Erling Haaland and Bernardo Silva. I was like,
Right. And of course, he made two halftime subs as well.
yeah, I was like, yeah, that is very, very, very strange. Like
Mm.
either Pep has done something and then they'll come back and they'll say he's a genius, or he has completely run out of ideas subbing
Well,
off
probably
Haaland
he
and
was
Silva.
saving the legs of Haaland at that point in time. I mean, he was starved of service. He was starved of chances being created. I mean, Man City really offered nothing going forward in this game, in all honesty, Christoph. I can't recall any time where the Manchester United goalkeeper was really tested, per se. I can't recall any chance or any shots really testing the goalkeeper. Any shot that went to him was, you know, your regular
Well,
run of the mill shot.
I think Manchester City only had 4 shots and only one of them was on target, so they didn't create anything.
Ah, precisely, precisely. Not much at all. I must say, I was shocked when I saw this Manchester United team, Christoph, and the sort of play they were displaying. I was totally bamboozled. I'm wondering, is this the same team that Amarin, that Ten Hag had at his disposal? Because from the jump, we can see a distinct playing style from Carrick. This is a style we never saw under Amarin. We never really saw what is it that Amarin brought to the
I
table. To this
I
day, I
I
am
I
still
don't
waiting on Ten Hag to show us the
I
Ajax coach Ten Hag
I don't know if
team.
this was necessarily a distinct play style or whatever. This was a one-off game. We could see that there was a clear change in play from what we saw under Amarin and Ten Hag. But right now, this is a one-off game until we see more games.
So
This
you're
is a
saying calm
one-off
down
game.
and don't get carried
No,
away then.
no. If Manchester United want to play well for the remainder of the season, excellent. I will be happy to see it because you get
Mm.
to see good football. But it's just one half right now. I think Carrick could potentially carry this on, but it could be a combination of new coach bounce, players feeling, the weight lifted. It's a new coach, so you play how you want to play because you're
Right.
trying
Everyone
to earn, you're
everyone has
trying
a
to
clean
earn back.
slate. Everyone starts at zero again.
Right, you're trying to earn back a spot. Some players are probably trying to earn new contracts as well. They were probably on their way out under Amarin if Amarin had continued. But no, new manager, potentially new contracts to be signed. So play well for the remainder of the season. But again, this was a tactical masterclass. So I
So
would
how
like to say United are going to be playing better under Carrick.
so how many games do you need to see?
5 games.
Oh, so after 5 games, you
Af-
can make a official
After five
judgment
games,
call.
I kind of want to exclude Man City and Arsenal because those are special games.
Mm,
Right? So
okay.
I would want to exclude them. But if they already put on a really good show against Man City, if they
Right,
come now
right,
next week, they play well against Arsenal. If all right, let's say they lose to Arsenal next week,
right. But play well.
I wouldn't count it against them because
But it
you're
depends on
playing
the manner of the defeat.
right. It
If
depends
they
on the
play
manner of
well
the
and
defeat.
lose, then I would still say it's a step in the right direction.
No,
But if they go back to the
no,
Manchester United of old,
not necessarily because all right, first game of the season, Arsenal versus United. The call was that United played better than
right, right,
Arsenal,
right,
but
for sure.
Arsenal won. They didn't really go on to do much for the rest of the season
Well,
up
I mean, they
until
were definitely improved compared to last season when they
yeah,
were sick.
definitely improved compared to last season.
Right.
So that's why I said I have to the games of Man City and Arsenal, they're kind of one-off games because
Derby
derby
games,
match and
big team match,
we
the
know
media attention that they get.
regardless of how United is playing for the season, they always find the form for an Arsenal game,
Right.
right? So I don't want to particularly judge them on those games, but obviously winning those games give them a lot of credentials.
Ah, for sure.
But
Well, I mean, that
it's
game,
definitely how they will do with the rest of the teams because again, even under Amarin, even under Ten Hag, we did see even if they didn't win, the form kind of elevated for those games and then drop off for the rest of the games. So we need to see how they perform in the rest of the games as well.
I mean, and that game coming up versus Arsenal now has an extra buzz and spice to it, Christoph. Everyone now will be looking, can Carrick replicate what he did versus Man City versus Arsenal? So that game now has, I would say, has extra eyes on that game in all honesty. And for sure, that will definitely be one of the games of the upcoming weekend to look out for. For sure. So not only are these two big name teams, but the implication of the result may have far-reaching impact on the league table as well. So already looking forward to that one. And I mean, as I said, congratulations to Manchester United and Carrick for getting off to a blistering start, a start which opened the eyes of the footballing world. And at this point in time, Christoph, Carrick can do no wrong. It's only a matter, can he replicate the effort going forward? He was given 17 games. He will say judge him after these 17 games. And who to tell? These 17 games, Christoph, may allow his hat to be thrown in the ring in terms of a permanent appointment as a Manchester United manager.
The,
What
the, the,
says you? Will he be one of the considerations come the end of the season? Or
I,
that will be solely dependent on the
if
results?
it will be solely dependent on the results that he gets. Obviously, if he gets a good string of results, so he drags them into some European spots or European qualification. He will
Champions League,
most
finish in the top five.
right. He will
Let's
most
assume he finishes in the top
eh,
five.
if he finishes top five, he will almost certainly be given the permanent position. The
Wow.
problem then is
Wow. Big
if
call.
he 100% they're going to give if he drags Manchester United into a Champions League position, they're 100% going to give him the job. The
Without doubt, the
problem then
fans will be calling for that.
the fans will be calling for it. The problem then becomes if 6 months down the line or halfway through next season the results are not going as expected, do you then sack him halfway through the season again? That is the problem. if he gets them to Champions League, 100% he's going to get
So,
the
I
job.
mean, Sir Jeff spoke about this when Sir Jeff was on, Christoph.
Right.
Is this now the Manchester United cycle that we're seeing? Is this the start of a new cycle where new coach comes in, he gets the players playing well, as did Solskjaer. He then gets the permanent appointment, and all of a sudden the team goes back flat. And
Could
then,
be.
of course, as you say, results go backwards, and you sack that manager, bring in a new manager. Is
And
that
then
the
the new manager
cycle?
has a new system. He wants to bring in his players, blah blah blah.
Right,
Could
right.
be.
Mm.
We'll know in December, I guess.
Oh, December.
December, yeah, there's some time. We'll know in
Ah,
December if he we'll know in summer if he gets he gets the job permanently. We'll know in
right.
summer.
Mm,
But yeah, if he drags them into Champions League, 100% he will get the job.
right.
Um, and then we'll see,
So
what
regardless of the
happens.
names that will become available after the World Cup, the likes of a possible Ancelotti, the likes of a possible Tuchel, those are two big names who have been linked with Manchester United in terms of their search for a permanent manager. You're saying even if those two big name managers become available, the job will be given to Carrick if he is successful in securing Champions League football for Manchester United come next season. Is that
Cor
what you're saying?
Correct.
Wow, that would be a bold call, Christoph.
I
That would
mean,
be a bold
there,
call.
there is one elite manager that has been available for a long time, and I haven't
Or even
necessarily heard.
Pochettino as well. Are you referring to Pochettino?
No, no, more elite than Pochettino.
More elite than Pochettino, who would take up the Manchester United job?
I
Zidane?
don't know.
Are you
No,
talking about Zidane?
I don't know if he would take up the Manchester United job, but Zidane has been available for a long time.
Oh, Zidane doesn't seem like he needs work.
Not necessarily that he would want to do United. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Madrid recall Zidane. I know Zidane wants the France job. I know that's what he wants, but
Oh, but his colleague and former teammate Deschamps doesn't seem to be relinquishing that title anytime
yeah, yeah,
soon.
yeah. Obviously, Deschamps until he's dismissed or out of contract, then
Or
he
he
will probably
decides to
stay there.
call it a day. I don't
Right.
think he has too much credit in the bank, and France is so blessed with talent. But I mean, again, it's a World Cup year, Christoph. So if France was to crash out early,
Yeah.
who to tell? The French Federation may
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
hey,
If
your tactics have become stale. Give somebody else a
if
chance.
yeah, 100%. If France crashes out early, then obvious more Zidane will probably get the job then.
Right,
But
right, right.
obviously, if they make another run, they go to a
Semi-final, final.
final, semi-final, then potentially Deschamps will continue in the role.
Right, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But again, World Cup year, I'm sure there will be a lot of managerial casualties, not only in the World Cup, but come at the end of the season in the EPL as well, Christoph. And this is the perfect time to segue over to Liverpool. Liverpool being held at home by another promoted team, Christoph. This is now the third time running that Liverpool has failed to get the full 3 points at home versus a promoted team. Is it time for Liverpool to think about dismissing Slot and possibly bringing in one of these elite managers?
Um, let me ask you, do you think it's time for Liverpool to dismiss that?
I am seeing a Liverpool in decline currently. I
What?
am seeing a
Why?
declining Liverpool.
Why is Liverpool in decline? Is it the
I
tactics?
take
Is it the
potential poor recruitment,
atmosphere?
atmosphere, changing of the guards, the team now becoming a slot team as opposed to a club team,
If we roll back to summer,
right?
who would you have brought in differently?
Gehi, the defender from Crystal Palace, Gehi.
Just
That
Gehi,
was
just Gehi. That was it.
outside of who we already got. The key addition, Christoph, as I have been saying from the summer, is getting another top defender. That is where Liverpool problem currently lies in terms of the balance of that team. Gehi seem now after City, so that is a big
That is
Miss
already
for Liverpool.
confirmed.
Yeah, that's a big miss for Liverpool. They're still in the market for a quality defender. And Gay would have fit the bill perfectly. He as really has EPL experience.
Hmm.
He's an England international. So he doesn't need any time to bed in, settle in. You can throw him in immediately. And
So
of
you
course, possibly Kanate is out the door. And of course,
so
it's an aging Van Dijk.
the question for you, that you're saying that was the only addition that was needed in the summer, or
In my yes,
you
outside of
would have
what we
get.
already got, that
Okay,
would be the
okay,
only addition I would
all
make.
right. So this now is not fully, but let's say this now is a slot team and not a club team.
Well, it's clear it's a slot team
Okay.
because everything that Clot had, the characteristic of the club Liverpool is no longer visible.
So
There has been a significant fall off in how
given
Liverpool press the football.
given know that this is a slot team, is it
Fully.
fair to say that could you say slot is fraudulently
He,
won the league?
possibly. Well, it's not fraudulently won the league, but he won the league with a club team. This is now his team we're looking at. The key elements of the club team, Christoph, has now either been eroded or have changed. So you look at the likes of a Trent Arnold-Alexander. He was a key peg in terms of how Liverpool played under Klopp. He is now off. It's an aging Van Dijk. We are also seeing managerial tussle between Slot and Salah as well. It's a completely rebuilt midfield. Granted, it was Slot who brought the midfield together, but this midfield which is playing. So I have to credit Slot in terms of the emergence of Gravenberch. So give credit where credit is due. Gravenberch has been one of the Slot players, quote unquote, that has done well.
Mhm.
But it's a Slot team currently. The characteristics under Klopp, which made Liverpool Liverpool and made Liverpool so successful during the Klopp era, no longer exists. So we are seeing Liverpool in transition, and I'm not sure. I'm questioning the ability of Slot to transition this team into one with challenges for a title within a year or two.
Okay.
That is my worry. Can Slot transition this team to challenge come next season, for example? Because this season is already done for Liverpool. It's a case of trying to secure Champions League and then come next year make a push for the title. But I thought Liverpool missed a grand opportunity to sign a quality leader in that centre back position. Because right now, Liverpool probably need tier of centre backs, Christoph, to
I
take
mean,
over from Kanate and Van Dijk. That
the
tier is
the
now
the
dead
transfer
and
window
dusted.
the transfer window is still open. They can bring somebody in now.
But who are you going to get of
I
the
mean,
sort of
I
quality
know
which is required in
so
this January window?
you're obviously not necessarily going to get a prime Van Dijk
Well, it
quality.
doesn't make sense you get
You
anyone then. Just work
yeah,
with what you have until the end of the season. And come
so
summer, when you have time to properly scout and make proper unrushed decisions, then you
no,
do that.
you had a summer gone to scout.
Right. So you should
And
know who you need to get for sure.
you would have had summer gone to scout and say, oh, we identified that last season
Well,
defense looked
the thing
shaky.
is, money is always a factor as well. So maybe
Oh
in getting those
no.
transfers done in the
So
January
so
may
so
cost you an extra 20, 25 million
yeah,
compared to if
fine.
you wait for the
Yeah,
summer.
we're not talking about January. We're talking about summer window. The
Right.
summer window gone. Obviously, um,
Oh, well, Liverpool did sign a
it,
defender, but that
it
defender got injured.
no, that's fine. That's fine. But you had a long summer window, relatively long. Summer window starts June, and
Right.
you get till the end of August. So you have a long time. One of the concerns last season for Liverpool and even under Klopp was that the defense was leaking too many goals. So
And that league
either
continues.
either the back there was something wrong with the back line, or there was something wrong with the way the team are defending. So
Right.
obviously, the clubs have their analysts, they have a recruitment team, all right. they analyze games and say, all right, the problem is Konate is bad at defending, or Van Dijk is bad at defending. We need to replace him this summer, or we need to get
No,
an
I wouldn't say
acceptable backup.
replace. You
We
need,
get an
correct. A
acceptable
backup.
backup
Backup is what Liverpool needed.
to challenge him for that spot,
Correct.
you know,
Where you
or
can
whatever,
rotate as well. If a man is
or
having poor form, you rotate him out.
or to use as a rotation option.
Right.
So
Because right now, if you're not selecting Kanate or Van Dijk, who are you selecting? There's no one challenging for a starting centre back
so
position currently.
my question is, you know, given that we know the clubs have all these things, analysts, whatever, tell them, hey, this is what the club is need this summer. Centre back must have been on that list, and we
It was,
saw
as you see, they were trying to sign Gay,
they did go and they tried to sign Mark Gahey.
right?
We saw
Plus,
that,
they
but
signed a
was
defender from Italy, Leone, but he got injured. That's what I'm saying.
when was he injured?
He was injured in, I believe, if not his first game or second game that he
The the
played for Liverpool.
the
That's
the, fir-
early
the
September,
first
October.
the first two games of the season, you're injured and you're probably out for the rest of the
Out for
season or
the
whatever.
season, out for the rest of the
You
season.
still have transfer window left to
No, no, no.
try
At
and get
that point,
somebody.
no. At that point, the window was closed. At
Now,
that point, the window was closed.
the window doesn't close after two immediately after two
No,
match.
man. He did. He, as I said, I'm not sure exactly when he didn't start. He's a youngster, so he did not start in the league. I
Okay.
believe his first appearance for Liverpool was when Liverpool played in one of those cup games.
Oh, okay.
And
Even so,
right. So
even
the
so,
window was shut at that point. But that being
yeah.
said, though,
But even so,
Liverpool missed an opportunity. They should
it
have
was
signed two defenders.
it's a big missed opportunity. But
Big
even
miss,
so,
big
even
miss.
you're bringing, I don't know how old he is. Let's say he's 19 years
I
old.
think he's 19. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably going on to 20.
you
Young defender.
obviously don't bring in a 19-year-old to start for the
That's what
most
I'm
part.
saying. You
For the
brought him
most
in
part,
as a backup.
it,
But at
it,
least he would have provided competition for the two centre backs that's there now. No, there is no competition. They have to be the first two names and the starting 11. It's just like your sister is underperforming and you decide, all right, let's try somebody else at the right wing. You don't have that option in the centre back for Liverpool currently. Liverpool will not qualify for Champions League, Christoph, if one of Kanate or Van Dijk gets a
time
serious injury.
time to look into the academy for some gems.
Well, that's where you're going to have to go. And of course, Gomez can't stay fit either. So Gomez, who in the past have proved a capable backup, Slot doesn't seem to have much faith in him. Same thing with Chiesa, Christoph. I mean, I thought Chiesa would have gotten some starts now that Salah was after the African Cup of Nations. Chiesa is still coming
Yeah,
on in the 83rd minute, 85th
that
minute.
that has struck me as very strange, to be honest.
Very
Chiesa this
strange.
season has come and scored a number of crucial goals. You would think you would try to give him a start to see if
So I'm
maybe
not
he's
sure
a
what the issue is, to be
maybe.
honest.
I mean, obviously, maybe some players are just super subs, right? Some
No,
players are
that
just
can't be the
super subs.
case because we've never seen him as a starter. So at least give him one start to see how he plays as a starter. So I don't think that's it. I think Slack just doesn't rate him. Much like Amarin didn't rate Meno, I think Slack just doesn't rate Chiesa as a player. So I'm not sure what's going on, but interesting times ahead for Liverpool. Definitely going through a transition, and it will be interesting to see if he has credit in the bank and if he can actually transition this team into a fully slot team. We've seen where you could say the recruitment is slowly, could say coming into its own. Verts have been playing better of late. The right back, Frimpong, have been playing better of late as well. So those are two players who started pretty slowly. Carrick is picking up some form also, but the results is still eluding Liverpool. And at the end of the day, that is what you need. You need results. And Liverpool are just not getting the results from team they should be beating, especially at home. That was the hallmark of Slot team. Anfield was, you could not win at Anfield under Klopp. And the press, Christoph, has really fallen off. Really, really fallen off. But time will tell for sure. Time will tell. Interesting times ahead over there at Liverpool. Interesting times ahead over there at Manchester United. But Christoph, we are quickly running out of time. Any final thoughts as it relates to this week EPL action? And might I add, it seemed as if Arsenal, Christoph, missed an opportunity to extend that lead on Man City. Man City having lost to
Um,
Manchester United. Arsenal should have taken full advantage and extend that lead.
Arsenal definitely missed that chance to pull forward by a bigger margin, but they still pulled forward. They still gained a point. City gained no points. Villa gained no points.
Right, right.
Um, uh, I looked into some stats. Looked into some stats because I was noticing.
Well,
If you
quickly, Christoph, we
if
are
you
quickly
all right,
running out of time.
all right,
Reel off
pick,
the stats quick and
all
fast.
right. If you select the top six of the EPL right now, that's 30, and you take the 30 games, the last 5 each, 30 games. Between the top six, there has only been 10 wins out of 30, and most of them are for Arsenal. And then I was thinking about, like, Arsenal failed to score in this game. Only the third game this season that Arsenal failed to score. Then you go back and you look. There have been a lot of goalless draws so far this season. Turns out all the teams in the EPL are defending better than they did for the last few years. The smaller teams know low block, mid block, and go man for man and are doing it at a higher level, which is why so many of these EPL teams are doing well in the Champions League because they are excellent at defending this season, and it's making it hard for the big teams, not just Arsenal, to break down these teams and score. We see it with Man City, we see it with Liverpool, we're seeing it with Villa, seeing it with Arsenal.
Interesting stats there indeed, Christoph. Really revealing stuff. So are you saying, that being said, quickly, will an EPL team win the Champions League this year?
An EPL team, I think the EPL teams have strong claims to win in the Champions League this year because of how solid the defending is from the English teams.
Indeed, indeed. Well, that being said, Christoph, we've come to the end of the podcast. Viewers and subscribers, thank you again for tuning in to us here on Beating the Press podcast. Please help us to continue to grow the channel by, of course, sharing, liking. If you haven't subscribed as yet, hit that subscription bell. And of course, leave us your comments in the comment section. Were you as surprised as me with the Manchester United performance? What says you? Can Arsenal actually lift the EPL title this season? Or will they be overtaken by, it seems, the only horse left in the race is a race between Arsenal and Man City? But for sure, let us know what you think in the comment section. But thanks again, Christoph, for coming on board, really sharing your thoughts and your opinions and some very interesting statistics as well. But viewers, until next time, this is Rafa signing off.